Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today we are gonna choose our February TBR. Let's first start with talking about my January TBR because I kinda maybe overestimated myself. We are now in the last week of January. I think 4 days left and I'm not doing that great. At this moment I haven't started Innes of My Soul by Isabel Allende. I haven't started it, so this one is going back in my bookcase because I won't be finishing. I can't finish it right now because yeah, we're already gonna choose my February TBR. And at this moment I'm reading 2 books and I'm not that far through. With this one, I'm like 30% through. With this one, I am like, what, 15% through? So, my goal is to read these guys this weekend, like finish them both. Because I need to stop my screen addiction, but I also have a ton of editing work. So we're gonna have a productive weekend. So I want to finish those 2, or at least finish Quicksilver so I can finish this one at the beginning of February. But that does mean that we read Alchemist, which is 1030 pages. So I think that counts as 2 books, or maybe 3 books. Then we finished Quicksilver, and then we finished Summer on the Turquoise Coast. So that means we get to choose some new books. Let me put these away and we're going to head into choosing the new books. I'm first gonna squeeze this book back into my bookcase. I don't think it fits in here. I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay. For the month of February, I have kind of some things that I need to get done in the book world, things that I need to read. Which first of all is an arc that I received in like December or maybe even November. The Music in the Shadows by Shweta, Kristin, I think that's her name, the author's name. But Music in the Shadows, I need to read it because it comes out I think on the 14th or like the 13th of February. So, or the 12th, somewhere around Valentine it comes out, so I want to read it before that so I can give an honest review and help the author out. So that's one book we're gonna read. I have it on my Kindle. And then for one of my classes I need to read this one, which is the Dutch version, my native language, the Dutch version of Wild by Kristin. So that's already 2 books that I need to read. So, but because I'm going on vacation in like 3 weeks, I have a holiday, I thought we could choose 3 books from the TBR jar. 3 books, and that means we have 5 books to read. I think that will be alright, because this one actually needs to be finished in March, so I can still like read it in March if I want to. I think the 2nd week of March that it needs to be finished, or like the 1st week of March, so I still have some time to read that. So I'm first gonna prioritize the arc read that I have and the reads that I pulled from this, and then we're gonna read Wild by Kristin. But let's just get on with choosing the 3 books because I'm excited. I want to know what I'm gonna read because I have so many books that I want to read right now, like Rebel Seoul by Axie O. I really want to read that one. I want to read Divergent. I'm a little bit in my science fiction era right now, so I just want to read those 2 really bad. And like maybe the Inheritance games, I'm also really, and like Unearthly, I also want to read that one. So and I also want to read Out on a Limb or like A Mile High. I have so many books that I really want to read, so let's just get on with choosing my first book. Let's mix it a bit. I want to have a pink one, so I'm gonna take a pink one. I'm throwing everything out. Maybe I need like a bigger jar. So I need a prettier jar. We should make a prettier jar sometime. I'm gonna let you guys see it first. Look at this one. A book recommended by a friend. Okay, we can do that. I think we can. I'm throwing with everything today. A book recommended by a friend. That could be a lot. A friend doesn't mean family lit, so like, these are all out of the question. So, and I don't have that many fantasy books that are recommended by my friends. So I have to say like Shadow and Bone, because one of my friends like recommended that to me. But I don't know if I have anything. Yeah, this one, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, was also recommended by a friend of mine. So maybe we can read that. Or like the fine print. Honestly, maybe it's time for me to read the fine print. So I think I'm gonna choose this one. I will read the back of the book for you guys. The synopsis. So, Rowan, I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, production companies, 5-star hotels, theme parks, everything that can be mine if I renovate Dreamland. Hiring Zara was a great plan until I fell for her. By the time I realized where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings. Not when we're destined to ruin them. Nice. Then there's Sarah. After submitting a drunk proposal criticizing Dreamland's most expensive ride, I should have been fired. Instead, Rowan Kane offered me a dream job. The catch? I had to work for the most difficult boss I've ever met. Rowan was rude and completely off limits, but my heart didn't care. That's interesting. At least not until I discovered his secret. It was time to teach the billionaire that money couldn't fix everything, especially not us. That's actually nice. I want to read this. I want to go read this now, but yeah, we can't. Okay, then we have 2 more books to pick. It's a green one. Oh, okay. A book that's part of a series you've already started. So we're continuing a series that I'm in the middle of. Then I need to go grab my phone and see which one I should read. Give me a second. So, I can read Onyx Storm, but that one is like pre-order. I pre-ordered the mass market paperback, so I need to wait for that, I think, till like the beginning of March. So I'm gonna read that in March. Then we have like the Hannah Grace like Icebreaker series. So I could read Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Or I can read the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore. But for those, we are gonna need to go book shopping, and I don't know if I should do that. Or we could read one of my Kindle books, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think we are gonna choose the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. And that means I'm going book shopping. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know. That means we only took like 2 books of my physical TBR. So the next one really gotta be a book from here and not a bought book. Because I thought I was on a book buying bin. But this, I'm in the middle of that series. So I wanna have the full series, so it's okay. Okay. Let's pick the last one for this video. Oh, this one intertwined. Okay. I took 2. I'm gonna put one away. A book by an author I've never read before, which is almost all of these. So I get free reign, because I have never read any of these, like from any of these authors, except for like Anna Juan, Ellie Hazelwood, Casey McQuiston. So I have basically free reign. Honestly, I don't know what I want to pick. I'm scared to pick a fantasy book because that would mean I have more series to finish. But if I pick Divergent, that would mean I already have the full series. I even have like the novella compilation thingies. And if I read that, and like that means I can like finish the series because I already have all of them and I don't have to spend money. If I choose any other of these books, I would need to go book shopping. But this is a really thick book, but I think it reads really okay. So I think I'm gonna choose this one. I also wanted to take like House Moving Castle by Diana Wayne Jones, but I don't know if I can do that. I think it's also a really, really easy read, but I don't think I'm in the mood for that. I think I'm gonna be in the mood for Divergent, because that would mean I can also rewatch the show. I already watched this show. I've never read the books though. I also wanna read The Hunger Games. I watched the show like 2 times already, and yeah, it's time for me to maybe rewatch it and like read The Hunger Games. So our lineup for the month of February is Wild by Kristin Hanna, The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, Divergent by Veronica Roth, and Music in the Shadows by Shweta Kristin, and The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore. These are the 5 books that I chose this month, and you guys will have to wait and see the reading vlogs of these. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
I know I shouldn't call you up at 3 a.m. Could've sworn I got rid of your number. Said we're done, at least that's what I tell my friends. I just don't know